Hi, I'm Cassandra from the menu optimization team here at ezCater. And today we're going to walk through feeding groups with dietary preferences and restrictions. Let's face it, we're all probably hungry for an easier way to handle this type of office catering. With 1 out of 10 Americans having a food allergy, and 4 out of 10 having a dietary rule or restriction, 10 out of 10 companies need ezCater for their catered lunches. Nothing brings people together like the love of food, but only if it's food they actually love and that loves them back. So you need to get to know who you're feeding before you can create that mealtime magic. Whether it's a sensitivity, general dislike of certain foods, religious restriction, or life-threatening allergy, knowing and respecting everyone's diet shows that employers care, and showing each employee appreciation is easy if you know what they want to eat. So if they are willing to share, ask. Kosher, vegan, vegetarian, pescatarian, gluten-free, keto, flexitarian, fruitarian? It's a lot to consider when you're the one choosing the office catering. Some of these special diets overlap, but also kinda don't. Does honey count? What even is gluten? Where does seafood fall? What dishes have eggs? Are eggs dairy? And what dishes almost always have peanuts? Even knowing everyone's diets doesn't always demystify the meal ordering process. But feast your eyes on these tips to help build confidence when you order your next catered lunch. First, always order multiple options per dietary need. Reliable workplace catering is all about knowing which questions to ask and what information to give your restaurant. Because even if the restaurant messes up your lunch order, unfortunately, that's also a reflection of your company's catering choices. Whether it's buffet style or corporate lunchbox catering, both require a level of detail when taking into account allergies and restrictions. Also relay to your restaurant or caterer any specific allergies to avoid cross-contamination and ask them about the processes they have in place to reduce this. If they're unsure or lack confidence in their response, you might want to check out some other office catering options. For instance, if there is a severe peanut allergy, you wouldn't want to put something like a Thai peanut sauce in the middle of the buffet line, where it could potentially splash into other dishes. You'll also want to secure the tongs and serving utensils to each designated dish to further prevent cross-contamination. Make sure to label each dish and provide an ingredient list when possible. While a full ingredient list might not always be available, identifying the most common allergies within each dish can help employees avoid a potential mealtime mishap. This list includes milk, eggs, fish and shellfish, tree nuts and peanuts, wheat, soy, and sesame. Now that you've identified the main allergy culprits, next, label what is safe for people with allergies or dietary restrictions, like gluten-free, nut-free, vegan, and vegetarian. And then, let there be lunchtime. And dessert, of course. When you're looking for corporate lunch ideas for an event bigger than the weekly Taco Tuesday, planning is everything. You'll need to define your creative vision and share with vendors upfront that you'll be feeding a large group and would like to be mindful of dietary restrictions. To accommodate the crowd, make sure you have even more options. If you don't know their dietary restrictions, plan for them. Multiple vegan options, multiple meat and plant-based proteins, multiple nut-free desserts, etc. By assuming your attendees may have the most common allergies and food restrictions, you can already count on a more successful mealtime. However, many vendors might not be able to cater to specific requests. For inclusive catering, especially for larger corporate lunch catering events, ezCater is the way to go. We may not always understand why that one person orders a million different additions, substitutions, 86s, and "can you just leave the onions on the side?" for what may seem like a simple salad. But many people don't have the freedom to be an easy orderer. And now that includes you. You have to represent your entire team. So for inclusive catering, when you're feeding groups with dietary restrictions, specific ordering isn't just polite, it's required. But with ezCater, we'll do the hard stuff for you. Our office catering tools give you the ordering power to customize down to the tiniest detail. You can filter out allergens, find the perfect meal for even the pickiest of eaters, and serve up a little peace of mind for employees who have to closely watch everything they eat when inevitably your headcount changes or someone just discovered a new food sensitivity. Our 24/7 customer support will go beyond the reliable workplace catering to make sure your event is perfection. At the end of the day, or your lunch hour, you'll not only have fueled employee productivity, but also gain their trust that their dietary preferences and needs are taken care of, as well as taken seriously. And nothing shows appreciation for their work like providing food that works for them. Thanks for listening, and drop any questions in the comments below. Until next time, ezCater wishes you happy, healthy, and inclusive catering.